Hello everyone, to Information Communication Technology Paper 3 for Website Authoring. We're going to do Feb-March 2018 and carry on the last task. So it is task 3, web page. You work for hot house design and will develop a web page for the block paving department of Bobby's Bricks. So efficient markup and style sheet must be used. So we need to be very careful when we're using the CSS. We need to use the best method and the most efficient one for the web pages to be opened easily and loaded quickly. All color codes must be in hexadecimal. And so start with creating a new folder called blocks underscore HTML. So let's go and create a folder. Okay, and inside this folder we need to place 3 files. Let me make sure there are 3 files. Yes, there are 3 files, 2 JPEG images and 1 CSS file. So how many JPEG images do we have here? We have already 2, which is image and logo. So let's drag them, and we have 1 CSS file, which is BB blocks or B blocks. After that, create a web page called blocks.htm. So let's go and open Dreamweaver and click on File, New, and put the title over here, but we will need to save it. So before we forget, let's try to save it. And make sure it is in your working area. Actually, this is not my working area, so I need to go to my file, which is 3.1 over here, and I need to put the name over here and make sure it is added here. So I'm going just to keep it open over here so we can test and check our results. And let's go to the next question. So we create this file. This web page must work in all browsers and will have a table structure as shown here. So each table cell is identified with a letter. As you can see, we have a lot of letters here for each cell. And all dimensions are in pixels. All those numbers mentioned for the width and height will be in pixel. The letters and dimensions should not appear at the end. Things not to be appeared on the table. Table and cell borders must not appear on the final web page. That means the border is supposed to be 0. So let's start to create this table first of all. Let's go to the body and put our cursor inside the body over here and insert and put the table. Whenever we're going to put the table, first of all we need to calculate how many rows. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is going to be merged, so I'm ignoring the merged ones. So let's put 5 rows and seems only 2. This is the first column, this is the second column. The width of the table is supposed to be this one, as this is the largest width over here, so 900. And make sure that you're using the pixel, not the percentage. Then they say that the border is supposed to be 0, but I'm going to keep it 1 here so I can see the structure of the border. Later I will turn it to 0. So let's click on OK right now. As you can see here, we can see the borders. So let's merge the first 2 columns. Highlight them, table, and click on merge. And the second one, the second row, third, fourth, and 5th row, all of those rows supposed to be merged in the second column. So let's go over here, right click and merge them. Right now starting to look like, so let's start to put right now the number. So this is supposed to be 900 width and 300 height. 900 already entered, but I'm going just to put it over here. It's not going to appear, but let's put it. And 300 is the height. As you can see, 300 already applied. If you try to see over here in the table, it's already mentioned the width. For the height, it only got applied because we don't need to actually put the width again. Even if you put it, it's not going to make a difference. Let's go for this F. Let's put 600 width. So let's choose this one. 600 width, and the height supposed to be 800 and here supposed to be 810. So it still cannot be seen. Let's also carry on to the next here. 300, all of them are 300, and 200, 300, 200 except the last one. So let's go to this first one. 300 is the width, 200 is the height. Go to the next one. 300, 200. Go to the another one. Again 300. Oops, nope. So, and the last one is 300 and the height is 210. Okay, as you can see here, it's starting to be seen. Let's save it. Let's go to our page and run it here, and we can start to see the structure of the table. After that, place in cell A this image, the logo image. This is the logo of the company, which appears on the company vehicles, letterheads, and etc. So A is over here. Let's put this block logo.jpg. So click over here, insert image, and choose the block logo. Okay, then place in cell F, which is over here, the block image. Okay, so click here, insert image, and put the another picture. This where am I? Okay, here we're done. So evaluate the image, place in step 24. Use within in step 24 for use within this web page, and edit the markup to improve the image. So we have to put in evidence number 5 some evaluation about this image that we just put it right now. What do you think about this image? So let's go right now at evidence number 5. Let's have a look a little bit over here. We can see the width is 200, height is 810, while this cell dimensions are 600, while this is only 200. The height is matching. So let's evaluate about this picture in evidence number 5. Not more than 100 words. So let's go to evidence number 5. We can choose, as we have 4 points, we can write evaluation by using any 4 or 5 points. So let's write down that we can say also the image has similar background to the logo. So the style is consistent. It has a consistent style. As we can see, the color of both and the fonts, most of the things are matching. So that's 1 point. Background fit the contents of the type of the business. It's more fitting like a business type. And image is distorted. As we said that the width is not matching with the height. That's why you can see the picture is a little bit in narrow or not, and the text is not easily readable. The next point we can say also, compared to the logo, and good contrast between the background and the text. So no changing, or there is a poor contrast. As you can see, what do you think? Is there a good contrast with the background or a poor contrast? I believe it is a poor contrast, as the background is quite brown or red, light red, and the text is red, so it needs to be quite a different color to be prominent while reading. The same for this one also. Text needs to be a darker background, then suggest them what colors you need to use. Do the text needs to be black or yellow, or what to be showing or more visible with this background? Font style colors matching the corporate house style. You can suggest that the font is more matching with the logo or the house style, and loss of text and loss of the quality due to the resizing. You can see the quality is not that much great. That's because of resizing or the poor quality. So you can suggest, evaluate this image according to your opinion and put it into the evidence number 5. So that was evidence number 5. Let's move to the next question. Place the text, bricks in cell B, blocks in cell C. Okay, let's take first of all bricks and put it in block B. So first of all, let me make sure. B, C, D, and E. So over here we need to put bricks, blocks, Bobby's bricks homepage in cell D, and then web page edited by, and followed by your name, center number, candidate number in cell E. So let's put over here followed by. So wait a minute. And then your candidate number. After that, return to the top as in a new line of the text in cell E. So we need to make a new line. Just press enter and it will take you to a new line, and paste here return to the top. As we click on it, it will take you directly to the top of the web page. And set all of those texts to be H1. So highlight all of them. Let me expand it one more time and let me highlight it properly. Okay, and let's set it to, let me expand this back again to H1. Okay, great. Okay, before I move to the next question, let me check one thing. In evidence number 5, they told us to fix, yes, actually they told us to fix this image. So to evaluate it, not only just to write the evaluation, they told us also to edit the markup to improve the image. So let's go back again to this image. How do you think we can improve it? There is one way that to match with the size of the cell. So as we said here, if we make this into the same width, 600, so you can see some, at least it is fitting even though the quality is low. Let's save it and let's go and refresh the page over here, and you can see it is matching to some extent, and this distortion also disappeared. Let's go to the question 27. Place an anchor called top at the top of the web page. Okay, and we need to place an anchor. Make the text return to the top of the hyperlink to this anchor. So we want the text, which is over here, to return to the top. As we click on it, it goes to the top of the so let's do first the first part. Let's put an anchor at the very top of the page. As you put an anchor at the very top, that means in the body, the first thing. Anchor is usually the A. Okay, so you have to put the first anchor over here. The second anchor, we have to put it in between this text. So let's put the first one up here. Okay, and the second one, let's put it around this text. What you will notice, still not become blue color yet. Okay, so let's go to the very first one. The first one, we don't need to put anything in between to be visible. We just need to give it a name. Okay, as they told us, we need to give it the name top. Okay, you will be able to see here that there is nothing appearing. Only if I put something in between here, it will appear over here. Okay, but we don't need, it's just an anchor to refer to the top. Alright, after that, let's go back to here, the second part. We need to make this, as we click on it, like a link, and it goes to the top. So what I need to do, I just need to put here href, and I need to say refer to the top. But it's not only plain, I have to put a hashtag in the front, so it will know it is an anchor and it has to go look for what is named top. As you can see here, this will become blue, so let's test it. Is it working or no? Save it and let's refresh the page over here. I'm going just to make it with its own 100% size, so let's click on it, and as you can see, as I click, it takes me to the page. Let me make it bigger so you can see. Okay, so it is working, the anchor. Let's go to the next question. Center align the table in the browser. We need to make the table in the browser to be center. To do this, just go to the table. Over here, put style. And in the style, we need to put two margin. The margin left, which is supposed to be auto, and margin right, which is supposed to be also equal to auto. Let's save it and check over here. It's working, the table becoming the center. Let's refresh the page, and as you can see, it's in the center. So we're done with this. Attach the style sheet, which is called bbblocks.css, and save the web page in your blocks HTML folder. So let's attach this file. So go to Windows and click on CSS Designer. In the source file, click on Attach CSS File and click over this. And here we go. It is attached. You will know that it is attached by changing the style of the HTML. Another way you will notice that there is a file here added. Or another third way by here the name is also added here. Okay, so let's check the next one. Save the web page in your, we already saved it actually, it is already in our working area. Okay, it's inside here and it is over here. Let's refresh the page. Okay, one thing we shouldn't forget that we added these borders. We're supposed to remove it as it is mentioned in the beginning of the question. So I'm going to make it either 0 here or just remove it, and it will be 0 by default. As you can see, it disappeared. Save it, go and refresh over here. You will notice it totally disappeared. Let me make it with a normal size. And okay, let's check the next question. Evidence number 6. Display the web page in your browser. If necessary, resize it so that all the page can be seen, all text can be easily read, and the address bar is visible. And take a single screenshot for the browser and show it in your evidence number 6. Okay, it's quite easy. Let's make it, first of all, let's resize it. I want it in between actually, maybe 65% or 60%, but I cannot do that. Okay, so let's do it like this, and let's make the page smaller so we can take here the address bar, and let's take a screenshot for the whole page. Okay, and let's place it in evidence number 6. Okay, good. And evidence number 7 can go to the next page. Evidence number 7, take a copy of HTML source and place it. So here they asked us for a screenshot, but here they're asking us to copy the HTML code. So let's go over here, Control A, and copy all of this and paste it in evidence number 7. If you prefer to change the font from this and this, so there is a better font for codes. Usually it is called console less. It looks like more like a code. So while you're printing it, it will be very easy to read. Okay, let's go to the next part. Evidence 8, take a copy of style sheet used in the use and place this in your evidence document. Again, so we need to go to the CSS file, copy it and paste it in evidence number 8. Again, you can apply the same font to it. Okay, that was last evidence 8. After that, save and print your evidence document, which will be print out 3, and make sure that your name, candidate number, everything is showing in it. Make sure there is no orphanage or widows, and your title is with the content or its answer. Hope you guys got all the questions and answers, and if you have any question, put it in the comment section. Best of luck in your exam, and see you in the next page.